Hey, welcome back guys. So today on this video, we are talking about batch leads, and more specifically, I'm going to quickly answer a question I keep getting a lot on my other video, and that is, how do you use the map draw tool in batch leads? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off guys, real quick video, not too many steps involved, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. But why would you want to use the draw tool in batch leads anyways? Well, that's pretty easy. If you're running a wholesale business, or maybe you're a real estate investor, you know that some buyers will only buy within a certain area of a zip code or a very specific neighborhood. So with the draw search tool, you can set the boundaries based off of surrounding streets or other borders. Whatever the case is, it's a pretty easy process. It's handled here in your batch leads dashboard. Check my video description. I'll try to leave the written instructions there as well. But I've already logged into my batch leads, and this is the home screen. Now here on the home screen, if you want to use the draw search tool, first what you're going to do is kind of zoom into the area that you want to search for properties. You can do that by entering a zip code or a county or a city here, or you can go ahead and just zoom in on the map, which is what I'm doing. So you can see we're here looking in an area in Portland, Oregon. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just zoom into the general neighborhood. So it looks like this is something called Portsmouth or Kenton. So for example, if I'm working with cash buyer and they're only going to buy in this little quadrant right here, we can go ahead and look in only this area. So how you're going to do that is once you get the area, or at least the general area, focused in. So it could be, maybe these 5 to 10 blocks right here, or you can zoom out and you can do, maybe these 40 or 50 blocks radius right here. That's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and just zoom into this little area right here. So it looks like this is something called Columbia Boulevard, Chautauqua Boulevard. This is Willis Boulevard and Peninsular. So I'm going to go ahead and set a boundary around here. So once you have it zoomed in, here on the left side, you're going to look at this little pencil thing. This is the boundary search. Click on there. Once you click on there, you're going to see these 3 options. So this one, it's going to create a square. So if you have a perfect square neighborhood that you're going to go ahead and surround, like this one right here, you can use that. So basically you're going to click on it and then you're going to set the initial point. And once you do that, you can drag it out and you can see it creates a square or a rectangle. And we can go ahead and just drag it right there. And once you have it to where you want the final point, just click on the point and it's going to filter out all the other properties that are outside of that square draw tool. So not everything's going to be in a perfect square. So they have these other features right here. So you can do a circle as well. So maybe you want to go ahead and do a radius around a house. So maybe this house right here, we're going to click on the house and then we're going to go ahead and drag out the circle so that we have a circle radius around that house, and then click on it again once the circle is the size that you want. And it's going to filter out all the other properties. So you can see there's 1,172 properties. So as you saw, the other property we were looking at, or the other neighborhood up here on, looks like Chautauqua, this has kind of like a boot shaped neighborhood. So we can go ahead and use the third tool for drawing. You click on here and then it looks like a triangle. Just click on there. Now this one, you're going to have to set the point by point through the area. So first we're going to go ahead and mark the boundary up here on the top left. And then we're going to drag this line. You can see this blue line down here. And then once you're done, click on left click, and then you're going to have another line and just keep tracing out that area. And each time you hit a new point, just click on a left click and just keep outlining that area. You can see it's more exact. It's actually getting the boot shape, which the square function or the circle function would not work for. So we'll add another point right here and just click on it. And then it creates a new line. And then we'll go ahead and bring it right back here to the beginning. Once you bring it back to the beginning, it's going to go ahead and highlight it all blue. And as you can see, the batch lead has 630 properties within that little boot shape. Now, once you have that, you can go ahead and start filtering it down. So for example, I like to look for single family properties. So I'll click on all filters, and then I'll click on property characteristics, property classification, residential, and then property type, single family. As you can see, it starts filtering down. So we're at 582 properties. So just continue adding all the filters in, and it's going to filter all those out for that particular draw tool area. And once you're done, click on the blue See Properties button. Okay, it's only going to show the properties that are within that drawing tool that we used on batch leads. So there you have it, guys. If you're wondering how to use the draw tool in batch leads, that's the easiest way I know how to do it. If you know an easier way, be sure to leave a comment below. Let the rest of us know how you did it. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up, or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.